Amazon fired 2 employees involved in efforts to unionize at a warehouse in New York City. Matt Cusick and Tristan Dutchin were part of the Amazon labor union and worked at a complex on Staten Island. Last month, that facility agreed to unionize, becoming the first Amazon warehouse to join a union in the U.S. The company confirmed both employees were let go, but in a statement, a spokesperson says their terminations were not tied to the unionization efforts. We're told one was fired for performance issues, while the second failed to return to work after his approved leave ended. For more on this, I'm joined by Michael Sionnato. He is a contributor for The Guardian. Michael, you have reported extensively on the unionization efforts at companies in the U.S. Why do workers at Amazon feel they are being targeted?
Well, Amazon entered a settlement with the National Labor Relations Board this past December for longstanding issues in regards to unfair labor practice charges, including other workers being fired for collective bargaining or organizing. Another JFK 8 worker in New York City, Gerald Bryson, just a few months ago, was ordered to be reinstated by the National Labor Relations Board, and he was fired early on in the pandemic for joining those protests that Chris Smalls was a part of and fired for, the president of the Amazon labor union. Amazon also found to wrongly fire 2 tech workers in early 2020. That decision was rolled out in 2021. So this is something that Amazon has done before. They have a record of doing it, and the Amazon labor union has filed dozens of unfair labor practice charges throughout their campaign to organize the JFK 8 warehouse ahead of the LDJ5 election at the sorting center across the street. And there are a couple delivery stations in that area as well that are still trying to organize. Amazon has aggressively opposed unionization, and these organizers just see this as an extension of that.
Well, what more can you tell us about why Amazon is pushing back against unions at its facilities in the first place?
Well, they've always strongly opposed unionization. Just a few years ago, there was a training video that leaked to the media where Amazon trains managers on how to spot any discussions among workers for unionizing. They've repeatedly have said they prefer direct partnerships between managers and workers. Honestly, it would give these workers control over and rights within the workplaces, and that includes with firings. Amazon has a very, very high turnover rate. It's been reported to be around 150%. They have very high productivity quotas. All those would be subjected to collective bargaining in agreements. So Amazon has aggressively opposed unionization to exert control over those parameters of work positions.
Well, Amazon, meantime, is challenging the results of the Staten Island union vote. How will that impact contract negotiations?
It's going to delay that. Organizers have viewed it as a delay tactic, and it's been pointed out. Amazon is making all of these allegations, but didn't file any unfair labor practice charges before the election. They're only bringing this up now that the election has expired, and they accused the National Labor Relations Board regional director of siding with the union. So that hearing is going to be on those allegations is going to be held later this month in Arizona.
All right, we'll continue to follow it. Michael Sionnato, thank you very much.